tracks to fake lava made with cushions. These are the greatest build hacks you need to know. Place a layer of campfires underground, extinguish some of them using a shovel, and cover everything with orange cushions. The lit campfires create flames underneath, making the cushions look like hot lava. Using blue cushions placed on stacked snow layers, you can create really nice wavy water next to a beach. You can even use mushroom blocks along the edge to make it look like damp sand by the shoreline.
It's so pretty.
Put a candle on a block, replace the block underneath for a cauldron, then place a grey cushion on top. The cushion forms the lid, while the candle works like a small handle of the trash can lid. Cushions need a supporting block, or else they'll break after a few seconds. However, there's a way to leave them floating. You can place a cushion, then 2 snow layers against the block, then another cushion, and repeat this upward. Then break the snow layers, and immediately replace them with a smaller block like a glass pane. The glass pane will still support all the cushions, letting you stack them floating on top of each other. Stack cushions on top of snow layers, then replace the snow with a honey block. This creates a custom-colored honey block that still works normally, but looks completely different. You like my water cooler? It's made using a shelf with banners inside, a fence, a candle, and then several stacks of glue systems in the middle, like a big water bottle filled with water. A strong aura truly emanates from this water cooler. A simple traffic cone can be made using a red sandstone wall, a flower pot on top, and an orange cushion to create the cone shape. A couple of these are perfect for showing that an area is off limits. With just a cyan wall there, an orange cushion, and a shelf mushroom, you can create a funny little platypus. It's such a simple build, but somehow it's instantly recognizable. If you place cushions inside another portal, quickly break the supporting blocks and then light it. The portal blocks will hold the cushions in place. This lets you make some really cool custom portal designs. For example, you can fill a normal portal with black cushions so that once it's lit, only a small opening remains, making it look like a tiny 2x1 nether portal. You can make a surprisingly realistic glam shawarma machine using brown cushions. Stack them with snow layers, then replace the snow with iron bars to hold everything in place. It fits perfectly in a kitchen and looks like you could slice up a piece of meat to make a kebab. By placing a cake between 2 black cushions, one below and one on top, you can make an Oreo. The white cake filling in the middle makes it look surprisingly convincing. With just a dried gas and a black cushion on top, you can make a gas that graduated. And if you have access to invisible item frames, you can place a red banner on the side of the hat to make it look even more like a graduation cap. Red cushions are perfect for trophy displays. You can place dragon eggs, conduits, or decorated pots on top to make them look like they're sitting on a display cushion. You can even display helmets by putting an armor stand on a slab, pushing a block down onto it, then giving it a helmet, and it'll look like the helmet is resting on the cushion. With 2 spruce trapdoors, 2 cushions, and a Steve head, you can create a Steve cushion. It actually looks pretty funny, but sitting on him feels so wrong. With some concrete, trapdoors, a jack-o'-lantern, a banner, and a straw bed for the hair, you can build a stylish scarecrow that looks like a president. It's such a weird combination, but the final design actually looks surprisingly convincing. Cushions are perfect for decorating enchanted setups. You can use them to create a magical-looking rug around the enchanting table. And since they don't block bookshelves from powering it, the setup still works perfectly. Use a few wall stairs and slabs to shape the body, then place orange cushions for the toes. Add a white carpet and red cushion on top for the back, then finish it off with a few extra details to create a really cute Yoshi. You can build walls with small gaps between each section using andesite blocks and stairs. Then place grey cushions inside the gaps to make them thinner, which keeps the texture while making the wall look much cleaner. Ever wanted to be put in a display case? By stacking several snow layers, placing a cushion on top, and then putting 2 glass blocks above it, you can sit in the cushion and end up inside a glass display case. You can even exit the cushion to stand up inside the glass, making it look like you're being sold as a rare collectible. Using wood gates, a repeater, and green cushions, you can create a really cool alligator. You can even have a lever next to the repeater so that the alligator's eyes glow. By placing a trapdoor, stacking cushions on snow layers, and then replacing the snow with an end rod, you can create the shape of a paper lantern. Hang the whole thing from a chain, and it makes a really nice floating decoration. Something really funny you can build is a giant foot of concrete. Then use shelf mushrooms as toenails. Their rough texture makes them look like realistic, dirty toenails, which makes the whole build look incredibly cursed. Chest storage rooms always have these ugly gaps between double chests, but if you place item frames in the side gaps and use brown cushions to fill the vertical spaces, you can make the whole storage wall look much cleaner and more organized. It looks so cool. Check out this beautiful tree! The trunk and branches are made using spruce fences, fence fence gates and signs, or green cushions are placed on top to create the leaves. String is also used to support even more cushions, giving the tree a fuller shape and making the final build look surprisingly clean. By using cushions and banners, you can create a really pretty frame for your paintings. For the horizontal edges, stack 2 differently colored cushions using snow layers. Then quickly break the snow and replace it with an upside-down stair to lock them in place. For the vertical edges, use dyed banners to complete the frame. Cushions are actually one of the fastest ways to travel. They work like stackable boats, letting you ride one cushion and instantly move on to the next to teleport short distances. By chaining a bunch of them together, you can move surprisingly fast, and you can even use them to MLG falls by riding one right before you hit the ground. By placing a cushion on the lower half of a bed, you can create a blanket. Then when you sleep at night, the cushion actually covers the lower half of your body, making the bed look much more realistic. Or you can just put cushions on both halves and have only your head poke out while you sleep. You can make a working joystick controller. Place 5 snow layers, put a cushion on top, then break the snow and place a copper golem to lock the cushion in place. You can still right-click the copper golem to the cushion to change its position. A comparator can then read the golem's position and output different redstone signal strengths, letting the joystick control different things. By building a small box out of cinnabar blocks and filling it with sulfur spikes, you can make a tiny pack of McDonald's fries. Just don't try eating them, because these fries are made of sulfur instead of potatoes. By extending a piston, placing a cushion at the bottom to blend it into the floor, and then adding a brown cushion on top of the piston head, you can create a simple bar stool. If you sit on this whoopee cushion, it plays a fart sound. You can make this by placing a stone pressure plate with a cushion on top, and connecting redstone dust to a note block placed on an oxidized whoopee cushion, it plays a fart sound. You can make this by placing a stone pressure plate with a cushion on top, and connecting redstone dust to a note block placed on an oxidized copper block. Now whenever someone sits on the cushion, the pressure plate activates the note block and makes it. If you turn on entity hitboxes, you'll notice there's actually a cushion hidden inside the wall, and you can right-click it to slip through the other side. To build it, just place 2 stairs and put a cushion on the bottom stair. From the outside, it looks completely invisible, but you can still enter it, making it a perfect hidden entrance when disguised with a wall. Check out my awesome couch! It's a double-decker